Oh, oh my gosh, y'all. Woo! Oh, I should take this off. Whew. I just got home from a hella long bike ride. Woo! Just now taking my helmet off. Came rushing in the house just in time to get on here. Woo! Oh my goodness, sweating up a storm. Hella long bike ride down to Jeffersonville side of things, down to the Jeff side. Went on the Greenway. Oh, I'm sweaty. Oh, phew. Let me just clean myself up right quick. Are you guys excited to hang out with with my sweet baby Emilee? I'm so excited to hang out with Emilee. Hello, Matt. I miss you. Oh, my sweet baby Matt. I'm really excited for you guys to kind of meet and hang out with him and get to know her because she's special. She's my sweet baby. And I miss her a whole bunch. And she's fun. I tripped over my cord. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, there you are. I see you. I wave at you. I'll ask you to join. And then you do the thing. And then you do the thing. Yay. Whew, I'm hot. I'm burning up. Good Lord. That was quite the endeavor. My legs are burning. Whew. I keep knocking my thing. I'm going to get this cord situated so that doesn't happen. I don't want to give you guys motion sickness. Goodness. I saw that. Don't judge me. You don't know. Hi. Hey, girl. Hey. Oh, Chris. I miss you too. I'm so sweet. Charlie's, of course, blowing up our group message. I can't answer you right now, Charlie. And it should ask you if you want to request. Hold on. To join, I think. Go live with. There. I'm trying to. Yay!
I'm here.
Oh, look at your hair. I love it.
I know.
Oh.
Hold on.
You're
It's
like,
like
a whimsical fairy fox or something. I love it.
I'm also double fisting iced coffee and Baja Blast.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's the only way to live life right now.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I am a hot mess. My glasses are super steamed. We took a bike ride. It was just like such a nice day today. And yesterday it was gross. And it's supposed to be gross all weekend. And we were like, this is our only day to like get outside. And like bike rides have been the only. Hi, Charlie. Bike rides.
Hi, Charlie.
They've been the only like thing that I can do without hurt. I'm afraid to hurt my back. So we rode our bikes. We've been only doing it like to Normandy waterfront and whatnot. We rode the Greenway all the way to Jeff, and like, I mean, we went pretty far, like all around downtown Jeff and stuff. We went and got food got carry out at Pearl Street Tap House, which we'd never been there before, but it was fucking delicious. They had like crab cake sliders and bacon wrapped dates and
Wow.
artichoke dip and candied bacon, and oh my god.
That sounds like something my mom would like.
Dude, your mom and I have so much in common. It's kind of ridiculous.
You guys are kindred spirits.
I love you.
You really are.
Marcia and I are gonna like have some wine coolers and listen to like some Michael Bolton one night together.
Oh my god. Yeah.
If
that
I can
sounds
bring up
great.
Michael Bolton during each of these live feeds, my job will be done. It's become a theme. But we rode our bikes down there, and Gerald was like, we ate our food down by the waterfront. We're having this nice time. And like, there's a lot of hills. When you go down by the Falls of the Ohio, there's like a steep fucking hill. You got to get up
Mhm.
and go down, and there's several. And we were like, man, it's like 45 minutes till the live feed. You think we can make it home? And I'm like, man, we just ate all that food. I got to poop. Like, I don't think I can hold it the whole time. He's like, yeah, if we stay down by the waterfront and do the live feed here, it's going to be cold as fuck and dark by the time we ride home. I was like, I don't think I can hold it that long. So we were like, fuck it.
Imagine getting a speeding ticket on your bike because you're just pedaling so hard because you had to poop.
And trying to talk to the officer while you're like turtle in it with a bike seat up your ass. Nah. So like we booked it home and we're pedaling super fast, and like I'm like, my tummy's hurting and I'm trying to pedal up these hills, and I'm like, we've got to figure out a different path to go home that aren't as many hills, because every time I'm like chugging up these fucking hills and my core is tightening, I'm like, oh dear God, this is bad. I was gonna shit myself. Oh, we like got home. I'm like, you gotta put my bike away. I gotta take a shit before I do this live. I came on here with my helmet still on, and I'm sweating.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna ask you why the fuck you were wearing a helmet for this live feed. I was like, did I miss the memo that we're supposed to wear
It's actually
helmets?
a safety talk. We're gonna talk safety.
Yeah. New shop protocol.
Oh my God. These are the parameters, the new parameters we're discussing. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. Get
Well,
your
that sounds
exercise, guys.
more eventful than my day.
What'd you do today?
I worked my day job
Yeah.
and then went to Walgreens and Taco
Yay!
Bell. That's like it. I've been super boring.
Yeah, how's
Like,
the day job been from home?
it's not bad. Like, I don't have to talk on the phone or anything, so I'm just working on maps, and that's about it. Like, aside from that, sometimes I'll peek over at Patrick playing Fallout, just like look
Yeah.
around the screen to see what stupid shit he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's Patrick been doing?
Well, right now he's not able
Social.
to work either.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know a handful of people who aren't able to work.
Yeah.
So,
Is he the house husband?
yes, he has been the house husband. He's been doing a lot of the dishes and the cleaning and taking the dogs out and getting us groceries. So, and I get to be the breadwinner right now.
Yeah.
It's great. But no, my life is boring. I don't really have too much to share.
Yeah.
I've been trying to draw as much as
Yeah.
I can.
I mean, I'm sure most people are experiencing that like hella role reversal right now of like, well, things have changed, and now it's just like acclimating and trying to be resilient in that, and but and Adventure Time. But I don't really get that. It has dark elements, and it
Oh,
has
this is
very
on
psychedelic.
Netflix.
Yeah, it's got very
Yeah,
psychedelic, creepy elements, but it's also very political and very
yeah.
edgy, and like it's almost like a podcast or something. The content and subject matter, the stuff in which they're talking
Does it
about,
feel like a Kevin Smith movie?
kind
Kind
of,
of.
but like more trippy, more sociological, like uh it's very edgy, but like in a campy, cartoony kind of fun way where you're just
Hmm.
like, all right, this is digestible. It's poking fun at society a lot.
Yeah.
I like
Well,
it.
I almost actually started to watch that on Netflix last night, but I was like, I'm sleepy, so I'm just gonna put on Mune. Have you ever watched Mune?
No, what is that?
It's
Tell
an
it.
animated film that like nobody knows about, but it's super gorgeous and like it it is my aesthetic. Like I'm telling you right now. Uh like you should look it up if you're like near a computer or something. It's
Okay.
Mune. The main character is like this little like he's like a blue fawn looking guy who has these like big like doe ears and just like big eyes, and he like where they live is like he comes from like the night side of the world, and then there's the sun side of the world, and then there's like the twilight area where there's dawn and dusk, and like this girl and her dad are made out of like wax, so like during the day they're like kind of melted, and at night they like freeze up and stuff. And the whole movie is about this character Mune, who is chosen to be the guardian of the moon, and then there's a guardian of the sun, and so like there's these huge creatures that walk across the earth and carry the sun and moon around it, and their job is to like guide those creatures and make sure that they like pull day and night correctly or whatever. And the music and everything is just beautiful, and it's just like I'm like, why have I never heard about this film until like a year ago? And now it's like one of my favorite movies ever because it's just so cute. I love it. You need to watch it because it's beautiful and it'll make you feel good. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
It is on Netflix.
I am on it. I'm totally gonna watch that. Yeah, I started rewatching Naruto, just because I never got through it. And so we've just been watching all kinds of weird shit while I've been painting and like doing these commissions. But have you gotten hit up about any commissions yet?
I have been doing some character art commissions for my friends who do Final Fantasy. I actually, hold on. I think I posted some of them on my Instagram. A couple of them were like ones that I like just did for fun, for practice, but then a couple of people hit me up and were like, I want to commission you. So I was like, okay. I don't have like, a whole bunch of free time because I still have to work my other full-time job, but character art is one of those things that I can kind of bust out and feel comfortable with it more so than trying to draw something like, I don't know, like mecha or whatever. So
yeah. So digital art and stuff like that is something that is much more in your realm, field, wheelhouse, that you can like chuck it out pretty fast.
that, and I mean, I come from a traditional background, so if it's like graphite, like just drawing with pencils and stuff, I'm totally comfortable with that.
A lot of people love that too, just to have something to frame like the more messy look of having like almost gesture drawing, like cool, whimsical, free-flowing kind of stuff. So
yeah,
that would be kind of something that you would be interested in doing as far as commissions go. One of those two kind of things, but not so much, nothing like an oil painting or something like really involved that would take a whole lot of time or
not unless it was something that like was like I guess planned over a period. Like if somebody's just wanting like a small something or another, like that's one thing. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that thought. I lost it in the middle. Anyway,
if somebody wants something big and elaborate like an oil painting, it would need to be like a long-term like process thing. Yeah.
Because I also know that people don't really want to spend a lot right now, so I'm not gonna, I would just do like smaller things where I'm gonna be like, this is $20, this is 35, whatever, depending on like the kind of subject matter and how much detail somebody asks for in it. Which, by the way, I was in love with that Wendigo that you did. Yay! Patrick was like, "Did you see this?" And I was like, "Yes, I did. I loved it."
I'm so glad. I was thinking of you when I did that because I was like, this feels like some kind of creepy thing that Emilee would do. Like, I don't know. I was definitely inspired by your style and stuff because it's all like hatchy, scratchy, whatever.
Weird. Yeah. Weird and animalistic and yeah.
It's just so messy, man. Doing the watercolor on wood. Oh my God. That's like a combination of pen and ink, acrylic, and watercolor all on wood. And I do this weird thing where I wet all the wood in different amounts. So certain parts of the wood are really wet and then other parts of the wood are just slightly wet. And then I go through with watercolor and do gradients. And then I go through with pen and ink and do more detailed textures, and it absorbs differently. Dude, it is hard to fucking control that shit, and it gets really messy. So I have to be like really like careful with it. I get so mad and so frustrated, and it's so weird that I have all this well of patience for tattoos,
But when I do something like that, I get so fucking mad and I'm like throwing shit and I'm just like, fuck this.
That's probably just because you don't know what to expect from it as much. So you're like, I shouldn't have to be patient for you. You're not a moving canvas, you dumb bitch.
I hate it.
This is why I don't watercolor though, because I don't trust watercolor. It's a fickle bitch. And if you try and like you're like, all right, I'm just gonna do a little bit of a wash right here, and it's like, I'm sorry, did you say dump all the pigment? And you're like, all right, well that's ruined. That's cool. I guess I'll just throw this away and go cry.
It's terrible.
I won't touch watercolor, but I do want to try the wood burning that I've seen everybody doing because it looks fun, but also dangerous, as I saw from your poor pants.
My bits.
I can't believe you posted that picture. I mean, I can't believe you posted it, but at the same time, I was like, wow, that must have sucked.
I have a scar.
Matthew, that's not a happy accident. That was almost like a complete life-changing disaster.
I have a scar.
What if you like cauterized your vagina shut?
That'd be a whole lot. That'd take a lot. Do you know how big my vagina is?
Amber Banana Fish 2020. Do you know how big my vagina is?
That's a big old clam to cauterize shut.
That's going on a bumper sticker. On this day, the day of our Lord.
Oh, he said not that, the watercolor.
I'm sorry.
Oh, God. I love you, Matt.
My bad.
Oh, he said I was so sad for her lady flower. I love that you keep calling it that. You sound like my grandma.
Like doesn't want to say the word vagina, so it tries to find like a nice feminine way of putting it. A lady flower. I mean, that's what I've never heard.
The cooter pooter.
Oh my god, the baby cannon.
Power cave.
Oh my god.
Oh, hot pocket. Oh,
there's a video of like, I think it was like a Scottish woman saying all of the slang that they use for vagina. And I think that baby cannon was my favorite.
I bet they got some good ones.
They do. They got some real good ones.
Dude, but seriously though, that shit is dangerous, and it was my bad because I was taking like the nib, the bit. I burnt my bits with the bit, but I was taking the bit off while it was still hot because I was trying to do this thing real quick and was like, oh, I need this other size and whatever, and using the pliers, and it dropped and whatever. But those things get so fucking hot that it is instantaneous, dude. Like they're like liquid hot magma. Like so they are red fucking hot that the instant they touch anything, it just liquefies. Like it immediately melts. It is so fucking dangerous. I cannot stress you guys enough. When I was doing that live feed, I should have given like a safety talk first to warn people just how fucking dangerous wood burning is, because it is fucking scary. And those cords that come out the back side of them anchor it in a really weird way. So when you go to sit it down, even though it has like a little thing to house it on and to hold it, that cord that hangs out the back of it will tilt it in a weird way no matter what you do. So it falls out of the holder all the time. So I kept like, I have burns all over the table where it kept like knocking out. And dude, if you're not like washing it all the time, your fucking house is going to set on fire.
I have a soldering iron that I've like not touched because I'm scared of it.
Yeah, dude, like it's the same thing as a soldering iron.
Yeah. But, I have a heat gun also, but like I haven't used that in a while. I had to use it for this stuff called like, I think it's called Warbla. You use it for like cosplay stuff. And I was like in my friend's backyard. I had like my heat resistant gloves on, and I was like using her table with the Warbla and the heat gun, and I had like a mask, and I'm standing there like this, like, don't touch me. I'm so scared of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
drag
fucking
queens use
idiot.
that. I've watched like drag queens using that stuff to make some pretty awesome
It's
shit.
it's kind of hard to work with. I had a really rough time, but it's probably just because I was scared of the heat gun making it too hot. And I was just like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's scary. You can burn yourself before you even know what's happening, and then it's too late, and you're like, oh well, shit. Now I'm blistered. I don't know. This whole during this entire quarantine, I have so many cuts and burns and things. I fucked myself up so bad because I've been left to my own devices, and I just keep having this thought like I am not going to the hospital for something dumb like that and then getting COVID. Like that is not
Yeah.
gonna be how I fucking contract COVID.
Oh yeah. I meant to ask how your back was feeling. Speaking of hurting
It's way
yourself.
better. It's way
That's,
better.
I
Like,
mean, you said you went on a bike ride earlier, so I assume it's feeling better, but
oh man, I think just sitting in the house and doing art it aggravates it every once in a while just because you're in weird positions and I'm not used to it. And I have that wonderful, like, expensive chair at the shop that's so ergonomical
and your nice butt cushion.
yeah, I'm so spoiled and I don't have that here. But I think that a big part of it was probably that first week I was mentally like spiraling the fuck out and I
Mhm.
have a lot of stress in my lower back always.
Same.
I think all that tension was like residing there. And once I started to like talk to my therapist more and develop some better coping mechanisms, and it started to get better. And it was like,
Yeah.
oh,
See, okay, for me, it was like the first week of it, I was dissociating so much that I was like, this isn't even real. I'm dreaming. I don't feel anything
yeah,
at all. And then like last week, I was like,
it
oh,
hit.
fuck. And it was just like crying every day, and Patrick being like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna lay on the couch and watch Pirates of the Caribbean. Like
It,
all of, what was it? But there was a day recently where like I woke up on the couch and I turned on Pirates of the Caribbean 2 and then I turned on Pirates of the Caribbean 3 and by the end of it, it was the end of the day and I had not moved from the couch in that same spot.
and
And that was
sometimes
totally okay.
your body like needs that sometimes. Like
Uh-huh.
it's great that you have this defense mechanism that your body is trying to help you and save you from that trauma because you're experiencing a trauma and your body is like, oh
Yeah.
shit, we've experienced trauma before and we know what we're supposed to do. We protect. And so it makes you disassociate, it makes you separate, it makes you
Mhm.
like distance yourself and say, no, 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 we don't want that.
The
And
only
that's
problem
great.
is when you run out of the juice to do that and then
Yes.
your body's like,
Yes.
huh, this actually is kind of terrible. And you're like,
Yes. So that's
why
the
didn't we
problem.
do that in the first place?
There's always the other side. So it's great that your body has that thing to try to protect you, but there's always going to be the other side of it because
Yeah.
eventually you're going to have to deal with the thing. Eventually it's going to happen. The happy place or the like the balance of that is I think you've started to get there and we've talked about this before, but I feel like people at home this is like a good act in self-awareness just talking about this stuff but
Hmm.
to see that you're doing that and I know that you were posting on Facebook about how you were realizing that oh I'm doing that thing I